Oftentimes, we suffer way more in our heads than actually suffering because we think that we suffer. Yes, that's right. I'm claiming that through thinking that we actually suffer way more than we actually suffer, just for the mere cause of we thinking that we suffer. And that is also applicable or true, I should say, that is also true for withdrawal symptoms. So if you're someone who's going through withdrawal symptoms right now, a huge part why you're suffering is you thinking that you're just suffering. A bold claim, right? Now, not to take away from the fact that withdrawal symptoms can cause suffering or discomfort or pain or right, like it's real. I'm not taking away from that, but what I'm telling that there is a huge mental component when it comes to withdrawal symptoms that also causes suffering, and just letting go of that mental thought that suffering is something bad for us, or rather I should say going through the withdrawals that cause us suffering, rather I should say, like letting go of that belief that it's something bad or that is something that causes us suffering, you know, changing our view on it basically can drastically like change the way how we deal with withdrawal symptoms. See, here's the thing, as someone who also used to be addicted for almost a decade, like my whole teens I've been smoking, managed to quit now for 6 years. See, the thing what I learned is that you have to look differently at withdrawal symptoms. See, there's this huge connotation that it's like not fun and it's just heavy and uncomfortable and not pleasant to go through that. And that is true. You cannot deny that. But if you start looking at it differently, if you start looking at it with a bigger picture in mind, then the next time you go through withdrawal symptoms, it won't be that uncomfortable. I mean, it will still feel as hell. I can tell you from my experience, right? But if you keep like the bigger picture in mind, why you're doing it, firstly, right? Then that changes it. Now, the thing is, let's first get into the weeds of this. What happens to your body when you withdraw, right? When you don't take the substance, when you quit weed, when you are not engaging in the substance anymore. See, without going into super details, basically what happens is your body recalibrates. You have been creating this habit to function with weed throughout your whole life, right? That's what an addiction is basically, a dependence. You need smoking weed, or you have created this need to smoke weed to function properly. And so, what happens when you withdraw, when you take that away, your body has to start readjusting itself and find the normal way, being sober, of dealing with life, right? Like, it can't just like go like, okay, and now I adjust, right? It has been creating this habit for years, depending on how long you've been smoking, right? And so that's a good thing, right? If your body is recalibrating, if you're going through withdrawal, that's the best thing that can actually happen to you. Because think about it, you're literally like having like positive reinforcement of your body, positive signals telling you that you are readjusting. It doesn't feel nice and it doesn't feel, like comfortable, and it feels hell, right? But at the same time, it's a good sign that your body recalibrates. And so looking at it that way, it changes it. I remember when I was going through withdrawals, me just being aware of this fact that I can just like be like, okay, but there's a bigger picture in mind. It's for the better good. My body is readjusting. Sure, I feel whack. I feel like, oh my god, those times were so bad, but that's a different conversation. I felt whack, but the mere fact of me knowing that also caused a little bit of curiosity in me. And I invite you, and that's why I also invite you to like look at it with curiosity. Like, wow, this is how it feels to like readjust, right? This is like how it feels when my body recalibrates. Wow, interesting. And the moment you start looking at it with curiosity, you can't help but feel a bit better also. Again, just remind yourself of the bigger picture. Sell yourself on the bigger picture. Just imagine like how cool it would be to finally break free of your addiction to weed. How cool will it be once you're free, and how will your life change in the positive, right? Like, what will happen to your health? What will happen to your, basically all the reasons why you decided to quit? It will come to, it will become reality. Try it and let me know if it helps or if it does something. It definitely did me. I know I'm like very like summarizing it very shortly, but go deep on that. Write it down. What will happen to your life once you break free from your weed addiction, right? How will that impact your life? And be curious next time you have withdrawals. Anyways, that was the video. Appreciate you. Thanks for sticking. See you in the next one. Take care.